Hi, I'm Jeff Tricoli with the Tricoli team with Keller Williams Realty, and I get a lot of questions in regards to how much money will I actually net or make once my home closes, and they really want to know how much money they'll put in their pocket, and that's what I'll talk about today. So what I find is too many people tend to oversimplify what their net proceeds are going to be and calculating and determining what their final net's going to be once they do sell their home. We like to go over a thorough valuation and factor in all of the estimates, not just the mortgage. Most people tend to say, okay, this is my sale price, this is my mortgage, this is my net proceeds. We like to make sure everything's included. We don't want any surprises at closing. So we do want to make sure we go over all the costs and actually give you a more definitive amount on what your net proceeds will be, especially if you're going to buy a house or use that money for savings or investment, that you know truly exactly what you'll have once your home closes. So the first step that most homeowners would do, and it's a good kind of basis point, but it would be to go to a home value estimator. We do have a home value estimator, and it can give you kind of a rough idea, kind of even a rough range of kind of what your value of your home is. So I think that's a great starting point, just to kind of get a good idea of what your home will actually sell for. Once you have that number, and once you have a good idea of what your home is worth, then we need to subtract the mortgage or any other loans or liens that may be on the property that need to be paid off at closing. We need to factor in whatever the commission would be to get the home sold. And then the other factors are your expenses. You have title search, lien search, doc stamps, which are the taxes to the state. So you have all these, the HOA has their fees if it's an HOA. So what you want to do is you want to factor in all these fees. You're going to have prorated taxes, property taxes that may be due at closing. So one of the important things is we want to go over all those. And then at the end of the day, you want to look at your net. So what we really strive to do is get the most money we possibly can for the home. So what you're looking at as an estimator is just an estimate. What we do on average is get almost 4% more for our sellers. So then we want to look at that amount that we'll be getting, or the range of it at a couple different prices, and then make sure we factor everything in, from the mortgage to the title to the liens to the taxes and everything we need to do, so we know exactly what your net is, because the last thing we want our clients to do is be surprised at closing. So the best way to get to net the most for your home is to hire a top agent. Right now, we're actually spending more money on marketing because our market has slowed down a bit, so it's taken more to get our homes sold. But we still are seeing our average at about almost 4% more than the average agent. So hiring the best agent that's going to go over all these, not fluff the numbers, not eliminate some of the numbers, but truly go over every single number that you're going to have an expense on. And then that's still marketing and going to get your home out there to the most amount of buyers to get you that most amount of money. And at the end of the day, we're going to make a lot more than most agents, and a lot more than trying to sell it on your own. So number one is just hiring the best agent, somebody that's going to go, be completely transparent and go over all these numbers with you, so you know exactly what you're going to get at closing. We don't want any surprises. I find that a lot of sellers working with other agents or possibly other teams could get to closing and never have been discussed these costs, and then it's a bit of a price shock when they get there that they're not netting as much as they should. So having a good consultation, getting with the right agent, going over all these terms and numbers, and understanding exactly what at the end of the day your net's going to be to allow you to move on to that next home. If you want to inquire in a little more detail about getting the most money possible for your home, you can start by going to our website, tricoliteam.com, clicking the red tab, What's My Home Worth? You could call us at any time, or you can email us. We're always available. We're happy to give you a more accurate valuation of your home and go through a lot more of these details with you. So feel free to give us a call or go to our website. Again, I'm Jeff Tricoli with the Tricoli team, and we'd love to serve you.